6 months ago, I learned that my wife had been cheating on me a few months before because of a message she left for a friend of hers and that I read by accident. When I confronted her, she confessed and I was completely devastated. It was a huge surprise and a terrible shock. She had been cheating with a colleague of ours. We worked for the same company. They rented hotel rooms during lunchtime for intercourse. We have been married for 10 years and know each other for 12 years. We have two young children who I love. I was completely surprised and confused by the news. It is difficult to describe the extreme emotions I went through, but it was like I was taken in an abyss, fell in a black hole, and feel empty and totally betrayed, lost and alone, and incapable of thinking rationally. Yet, I did not want to be the one to break up. I felt very bad because I wondered what I did to deserve that. Had I been a bad husband, a bad lover, a bad father? She never blamed me for any of this. On the contrary, and I tried to remember what I could have done so wrong to be considered so bad she could cheat on me and don't care about the consequences. I felt guilty, but I did not know of what. I asked her, but only got vague, sometimes confused, and inconsistent answers, which kept on worrying me even more. I begged her for the truth, no matter how it could hurt me. She told me she lacked tenderness, and that I was depressed. I have now the impression that either she does not want to say, but why, or that there is no clear reason at all, and I will never figure it out. I still feel a lot of pain and anger today, even if she consistently told me she loves me and still wants to live with me, and she just made a huge mistake that will never happen again. I just do not understand why she did that. Why she chose to cheat instead of talking about our problems and trying to fix them. Even if she hated me for some reason, why she didn't talk about divorce and deal with it as adults. It's difficult to accept pain without any reason. I consider divorce, but it's a terrible decision to divorce knowing that your children and yourself will suffer from it. It's really the last and painful option. Reddit. Do you think you could stay with your SO knowing she cheated on you? How do you cope with it? Do you think it is important to understand why he or she did it? Would you divorce? And the OP has an update for us. Thanks to everyone. I did not expect so many reactions. I read all comments and found several of them particularly insightful. I am definitely seeking marriage counseling to rebuild trust. And the first comment says, cheating hurts. And the cheater is always responsible for the cheating. But cheating occurs for a variety of reasons. And if it occurs in an established partnership, some of those reasons can relate to personal issues not accommodated well in the relationship, sometimes dating back years. I can't tell how your situation fits, but the cheating that is surmounted in a healthy way involves examining all the issues and emotions and seeing what can be done with them. Have you gone to couples counseling to work through the underlying issues? It sounds to me that what's happening here is an all too typical attempt to carry on carrying on, by sort of burying it all. Sorry, won't do that again. That never gets at a cause, and is a big reason you are stuck. She has feelings she's not comfortable discussing with you. You have feelings you can't discuss as well with her, and yet you both need them aired and considered if you are going to continue on any healthy basis. Counseling sounds like it might help. And the second comment says, you can't reason why she did what she did. It happens when you get bored of the same thing for a decade and fail to discuss it. Maybe you became the father of her children, as opposed to a romantic partner to her. Maybe you let yourself go a little bit. Maybe you work too much. She should have definitely approached you to fix things prior to doing something as childish as cheating on you. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, damage is done. It's unfortunate that you work together and she cheated on you with someone you work with. It may be something to bring up with HR because it sounds like it could affect your work environment. I'm not sure I could work in that type of environment. Keep in mind that HR protects the company, not you. One or more of you may get canned to preserve the peace, at least in the US where employment is at will. Because you work together, I'd strongly consider marriage counseling. I've never been through it, but it's an option. If you can't really bear to look at her anymore, keep in mind that divorces are costly and courts typically side with the wife, regardless of who is the most to blame. You will probably not get custody of your children unless you have a great lawyer. For whatever I know, if divorce is the route you take, my parents have been split since I was 8. I saw my father every other weekend, and I grew up normal, love both my parents, and have a great relationship with both. Unless your wife is incredibly vindictive, divorce will not screw up your children. Kids like having 2 Christmases, 2 bedrooms, and 2 parents trying to win their affection. It happens all over the country. It isn't the end of the world. It sucks now, sure, but there are a ton of positive outcomes for whatever you decide to do. And the third comment says, it's because she didn't respect you, plain and simple. This is coming from someone who's been cheated on more than one occasion by the same individual. All the reasons you're looking for boil down to that one specific lack of respect. Unfortunately, in this instance, your children have to pay for her selfishness. For your kids' sake, you can try and make it work, but realize that empty pit in your stomach will probably never leave. That feeling of suspicion every time she's out or unavailable. That image that she shared something intimate and beautiful with you will float in and out of your mind, and it will eat at you. In this case, you have 2 options. The first, of course, is the easier of the 2, leave. Simple as that. You love your kids, maintain a relationship with them, make them understand that none of this is their fault, depending on their age, and just part ways. Of course, I say easier, but I only mean in the direction you take. Of course, it's not easy forgetting a marriage. It's not easy explaining to your kids what's happened. It's not easy to forget a wife you love. However, it'll prevent you from going the other direction, which is option 2. In that case, it's to move forward with her, through all the pain and nights of distrust and anger towards her. You move forward with her by your side. If she wants to make it work, she'll put up with your anger, sadness, happiness, and all the wave of emotions in between. If she truly realizes her mistake and wants it to work for her marriage and for her family, she'll work with you, no matter how long it takes. Both options will take time and healing. Remember though, and always remind yourself, this was nothing you did. She made the active choice to do what she did. She's responsible for her actions. We don't know the whole story. Some will comment and say, oh, maybe you led her to have an affair, and perhaps a strain in the marriage may cause a partner to stray, but it never excuses them to having an affair. As adults in a marriage, you have a responsibility to not only your own happiness, but your partner's happiness. It's a vow you take. If something's not right, or the way you want it to be, you talk it out like responsible adults. So remember, that question you keep asking, why? What did I do that made her act this way? Though completely normal to ask and wonder, you simply can't. You did nothing. Godspeed, my friend, in whatever decision you make. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe. Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, My Wife Cheated on Me and I Don't Understand Why. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it.